While we were away, this was the second shot for Brenton Flynn at the long par 4 16th.
Out of the right rough, and you can play from the right. If you get lucky, you can take the ball up and over the trees.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. Left is really no good there at 16, but from the right, you've got a chance.
And Will Strickler, who has seen his 3-up lead trimmed to 1-up, had this to answer.
Beautiful tee shot there up the left side and long. Just a short iron left of this 507-yard par 4. That's nicely done.
A couple of birdie putts for Strickler and Flynn. And be sure to join us in all that comes along with hoisting that Havelmeyer Trophy. Greatest amateur championship in the world as you look at Brenton Flynn, 25-year-old from Nashville, Tennessee, in his first U.S. amateur. 06 grad from Belmont University.
Saying he's going to turn professional after the amateur and try to go to the qualifying school.
Sort of a 3-year window maybe to feel out where his game stood. Obviously Belmont, not a powerhouse
exactly.
in the golfing community, but maybe he took some time to sort of work on it and say, hey, I'll give myself that 3-year plan and see which way it goes.
Well, it says he's an investment professional and has passed some of the chartered exams that are needed to be.
This has been a long day for the guys that were in the playoff. Remember, this was Brenton Flynn on the 14th hole. This was the first hole of the playoff. 27 players for 4 spots, and he was one of 2 players along with Tyson Alexander who made a birdie at that 14th hole to make it into match play here after they tied at a +8 number through 2 days of stroke play. So this has been a long day for Brenton Flynn.
And a putt here from the back of the green, which will have quite a little bit of right to left break certainly to start. Then it flattens out a little bit around the cup, doesn't continue to break as hard. And it gets in the 3 or 4 foot area of the cup.
Yeah, besides Tim Jackson at age 50, Flynn, one of the older guys to be hanging around at the ripe age of 25. He's married, investment professional.
And like so many here, has his father caddying for him. Well, this line looks pretty good. It should duck a little underneath, but good putt from that position.
Competed in the U.S. Amateur Publics, missed match play there this year by 3 shots. And we'll keep it right here for Will Strickler, graduated from Florida, lives in Gainesville. Pretty good tennis player as a younger kid.
Yeah, actually was a tennis player and then kind of started into golf and then grew about 6 inches in a very short period of time. He got to Florida and said he had to totally reconstruct his golf game because he grew so much in such a short period of time.
Went from 5'8" to 6'5".
Well, he's perseverant for sure. Failed to qualify for this championship 7 times. Finally gets in on his 8th and certainly hit the books, economics and anthropology, a double major.
I'm trying to figure out how that's going to help him on this putt, Steve.
Now, this one's pretty straightforward. It moves right to left. It's pretty easy to see.
And up with a pretty good slope here, a little on the slow side.
That looks awfully good.
Oh, pours it in. Will Strickler, 2 up on Flynn through 16. Dormy. He's got Flynn out the weekend, much less the 36-hole finale. You gotta just keep playing high caliber golf. Move on. Now we get a report from Roger Maltby over at 17. Raj?
Now Strickler first to play just off the edge of the fairway, 120 yards to the hole, and his opponent got a tremendous break. He's driven the ball way to the right here as Brenton Flynn, and he's in the walkway, walking off at 18 tee and wide open with a great angle at the hole, so extremely lucky for him.
Strickler with a 2-up lead. Flynn has to win this hole to advance the match.
See if someone can stop it out of the rough. Just. All right.
Yeah, back over get back over at 17. Here's the great break that Roger was talking about for Brenton Flynn, who needs a break right now, being 2 down to Strickler.
Yeah, we saw Philip Malika over here earlier today, and this is even a better angle than he had. Malika hit it stiff, so this plenty of grain to work with here. This is not that tough to pitch. Should spin.
Yeah, drove it in very low, and that is beautifully played.
All right, so Flynn is there at 2. A moment ago, Mark Anderson is playing Justin.
Maybe a guy to keep an eye on as the week progresses.
No, we're not able to bring you the conclusion of the rest of the matches as we have run out of our allotted time here on Golf Channel. A quick look at the board there. Tim Jackson, the 50-year-old medalist, the oldest medalist in the history of this championship, moves on with a victory in the first round. There's Cauley with that 3-1 big win over Ricky Fowler, the decorated All-American from Oklahoma State. Cameron Tringali moves on with a 2-up win. And the rest of the players that will move on to tomorrow, and the rest of the players who will go home. But for many here, the dream is still alive in the 109th U.S. Amateur Championship. Conda with a 1-up win over Kevin Tway. Van Sickle, impressive 6-4 win. So be sure